So the first thing we'll say is your science is not done. You haven't figured out all the formulas. You haven't solved all the equations. You haven't developed all the theories. It's still in its infancy. So the new sciences that reinforce and reveal the higher teachings of consciousness are not only currently being unveiled, but will continue to be unveiled. So you must look into higher expressions of physics. Your Newtonian physics, this is going to be limited. It won't account for certain things. And many of your modern scientists recognize this. So they're looking into quantum physics. Some of them are looking into string theory, but even string theory has its limits. Even some of your scientists are finding that that's not the most useful quantum model. So you're still developing these models. Now, in terms of what the public knows and believes, it's very different than what the top scientists of your planet know and believe. Very, very different. Remember, the science your public is aware of is dated. It's old science. It's what they learned in university. It's what they learned in school. And unless they're staying up to date, they're working with an old paradigm that's already fallen out of sync with the leading edge of your society. What does this mean? There's an influx of new ideas and belief systems that are about to reveal themselves for your collective. Because in that space between the old knowledge and the new, there is room for that new knowledge and experience to reveal its presence. So those that are using the old paradigm can then have those old expectations and facets of knowledge removed, completely cast to the wayside by a powerful external here now experience. So old belief systems, old ways of doing things are erased in the face of a powerful experience that contradicts them. Because you can't go back to the old way once you see something that shatters that. You can try to, but it won't last very long. So, all of you are spiritual scientists. You're expanding your mind into various realms and dimensions. You're doing things that most people on your planet don't believe are possible, but here you are doing them. So what does this mean? Multiple worlds, multiple versions of Earth exist at once. You have your reality, and it's resonant with all those innovators, all those pioneers. And together, you're receiving the new insights, the new methods, the new ways, the new knowledge. And what happens? Well, your cup gets filled, you drink a little bit, and you walk outside. Well, there's a whole world around you. And now these two worlds begin to resonate. And through you, through the pioneering, through that collective wisdom and knowledge, the collective around you is updated. And that eventually will summon forth an experience, whether they're spiritual people or not, whether they believe in aliens or not, whether they're love-based or fear-based, doesn't matter. It doesn't. Because if the only thing keeping contact away from them is the old belief system and mentality, well, that's like a very, very flimsy twig holding back a boulder. All you got to do is blow on it, and the twig will fall, you see. So what's keeping contact away is simply the old way of thinking. Thinking has changed all the time. When you see a commercial, does your thinking change? When you hear a new song, does your thinking change? Thinking changes all the time. You just need to put out the proper signals. So that way, the shift in thinking reflects the direction that we are all collectively describing with one another. So it's not that tough. It's not that challenging. Just think of all of the powerful experiences you have had, spiritual or otherwise, that got you to change your way of thinking. Maybe it was in a relationship. Maybe it was in the office. Maybe it was with your own health. There's probably many areas you can think of where you see that the old way of thinking was not true, and you maybe resisted letting it go at first, but eventually you did because it felt natural. You could see you outgrew it, and you could see the reality was handing you more information that you needed to factor in. The same will be the case for all of these people.